welcome back to another video at PSA. Tonight we are discussing our team of the year. So we're going to have 3 different teams and then we're going to merge them into one team. So be ready for some debates, some, I'm sure, strange decisions. But yeah, we'll kick things off with our goalkeepers.
I go first. I've got Ederson, goalkeeper.
Okay.
It's probably Ederson or Alisson, one of the two, I'm going to guess. What do you have?
I have Alisson as my goalkeeper.
Okay.
Ramsdale.
Ramsdale.
I actually put it in for...
You put it in
Richard.
for... Right.
Yeah, just because I felt bad for him. But I think Ramsdale done well for Arsenal.
I had Ramsdale in until about 10 minutes ago. I took him out. Put Alisson in.
I don't know, I think it's Ederson or Alisson. Most clean sheets. At the same time, they've probably got the least amount to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, good keepers can distribute the ball well. I think it's between the two of them.
Yeah, I would throw Ramsdale in there. Like, Ramsdale, it's alright saying the top 2 teams have the best goalkeepers. Like, they probably do.
Yeah.
But the impact that Ramsdale has had on Arsenal's season, getting into the England squad, all that, he would definitely be up there. And
he's definitely one of the reasons why they were close to finishing in the Champions League spot.
Yeah.
He's one of the reasons, and I know I would say that Ederson and Alisson didn't have a lot to do over the season. Kept more clean sheets because they're good
players in front
of them.
Yeah.
Whereas for a while Arsenal looked so unsteady. And they really did look like they lost 3 games, the first 3 games in a row, and then scored a goal.
Yeah.
And then just for them to turn it around, that's why I put Ramsdale in.
No, Ramsdale's definitely a decent shout.
He's been a decent keeper. I just don't think he's been
the best.
Good, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think he's there yet. If he'll ever get there, I don't know. I doubt it.
You've seen some videos of his range of passing and all. His kicking is unbelievable too. Like, but it could be any of the 3, so it could.
You probably have to go with Ederson for Premier League champions.
Yeah.
So you have to stick with him in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, go ahead. Stick Ederson in. Yeah.
Okay. We're playing 4-3-3.
We are.
And then we've got 5 subs and a manager as well.
Mm-hmm.
So go to left back next.
Yes.
What are you, Greg? Who have you got?
Trent.
Left back.
Left back. Not right back.
Shake it up a bit.
Okay.
Left back.
Yeah, shake it up a bit.
Is Robertson your right back? We'll come to that.
No, he's not.
Right. Okay. Matt?
I have a good reason.
You don't, because he doesn't even play left back.
I have a good reason.
He can't be the best left back in the league. He doesn't play left back.
Never ever played right
This
left.
is my team of the year.
Wow. Right. I think there's only one João Cancelo.
Yeah, I got Cancelo.
Yeah.
Go watch your reason.
Go dazzle us for this reason. I'm intrigued.
Because whoever played it at right back can switch first time.
So is Andy Robertson right back? Right, we'll move on quickly and figure out who right back is.
I think João Cancelo goes in. He's the best.
Yeah.
Never even mind. He's right for the left back. He's totally changed that position.
Different level.
Yeah.
He possibly is my player of the year.
Yeah.
We'll go to right back just out of interest. Go ahead.
Reece James.
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Go for Reece James.
You went for Reece James?
Yeah.
I
went for Reece James. But as a right back,
how is Reece James better than Trent Alexander-Arnold this season? He hasn't played for a quarter of the season.
He's played for a fair bit of it. He's played for most of it.
Oh, boys, I don't know. Trent is the best right back in the league.
Trent, I would say up to Christmas, Trent went missing. His distribution was terrible. He was all over the place. Up until.
So you play him at left back now?
Well, yeah, because I want to James at right back. But I don't know. Yeah, Trent is a great fullback.
So he went missing for half a season, and then you're going to take him out of his natural position, and then confuse him even more, retain him in a different position.
He can cut in from the
He
inside.
can cut in.
Balls, yeah.
Why would he want to cut in
What
when he's the
balls
best
and
right
back
back in the league? Like?
What
And I'm a
balls
Man
and
United
back-
fan saying that.
I think I wanted to shake it up a bit.
I want to get subscribers, not flipping lose. So it's a 2-1 then. Does Reece James win?
Tell you what, because he's like the right back, and he's been mentioned twice in 2 teams, we'll put Trent in. It does.
Trent?
Because then Trent and Cancelo can switch in your team.
I don't agree with that.
That's
Anyway.
baffling. So is that as baffling?
Like,
Right.
any good player, any good fullback can play right or left.
No, they can't.
They can.
No, they
They
can't.
can. Don't.
Who else can play right back and left back? Luke Shaw. Can Luke Shaw play left back?
Plays for United, sure. What do you put Luke Shaw in for? He was messing for half the season.
He's that's for more than half the season.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
we'll put
Dallo. Would you put Dallo in right or left back? Good.
we'll put him in the squad.
No, he's not in the squad, but he's a fullback. He plays right
Fifth
or
choice team.
Right, we'll put Trent in.
Or a centre midfield. God's sakes.
Striker.
We'll put Trent at right back. Who are your 2 centre backs? Go ahead, Matt.
Virgil van Dijk and Ruben Diaz.
Okay. Greg?
Virgil van Dijk and Connor Cody.
Okay. I've got Diaz and Matip.
Right.
So Diaz is straight in.
Right, Diaz goes in.
No.
No, okay.
Where's Diaz straight in? Because you used to sit him.
Who do you say?
Connor Cody and Van Dijk.
Oh right, well
Oh,
then
sorry.
Van Dijk goes straight in. No, you didn't say Van
I
Dijk.
didn't say Van Dijk. What? Like I think out of Van Dijk and Matip, I think Matip's actually had the better season.
Yeah, he's actually featured in quite a
He's
lot.
featured
Other
quite a
team
lot.
really.
He's scored important goals for them, and he's been pretty solid defensively. to
Yeah,
be fair.
Matip's a good shout.
And I think Diaz is probably the best centre back in the league at the minute.
Probably the reason I didn't put him in was, again, Klopp seemed to change a lot of his, because he's got that bigger squad, he was changing, rotating, and I just didn't. Diaz didn't stand out this season as much as he did last season. That's just what I was basing it on. He was unbelievable for City last
He was player of the year last year. wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he definitely was. But
Yeah.
he wasn't at that. It's hard to keep 2 good seasons going, but
Yeah.
I just think Connor Cody for Wolves was being.
He definitely was really good.
Good.
He was good. He got his England call up, didn't he?
Yeah, he's in the.
I don't know if that means much now, but
Harry Maguire's in there. So.
yeah. But I don't think he's better than.
Probably
I don't
not,
think he's
yeah,
better than
probably
Matip, Diaz, or
No.
Van Dijk.
I would say.
So it's a
I would
toss
say-
up between the three.
I would say Diaz and Dijk.
I think any of them would be a viable shout.
So
to be
Diaz
honest.
is definitely in then. If we're all saying.
Yeah, go
Right,
Diaz
yeah.
and
Well, the overall squad though, will stick Connor Cody in. Just
We'll come back to
Talk
that.
about it.
We'll come back to that. Van Dijk or Matip. It's-
they've both been unreal. It's a
They've both
toss up
been,
between
yeah.
the two.
It's,
You put in whoever you think. You've went to
I
Matip,
went
so
Matip.
go
I'll
Matip.
go- Yeah.
I'm happy to.
No worries. Okay, and then we're going to move on to midfield 3.
You going all three at once?
yeah.
Yeah, sure. I have Declan Rice, Kevin De Bruyne, and Bernardo Silva.
I have Declan Rice, Bernardo Silva, and Thiago.
Okay.
That's a bit tidy.
Oh,
Go
dear.
ahead.
Mount, Coutinho, and De Bruyne.
Right.
Okay.
2 hours later.
Coutinho was signed in January, wasn't he?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just talking about impact he had for Villa.
Okay.
He stands out for Villa every single week. Obviously, he's got that.
And he gets into midfield Premier League team of the season.
Yeah.
I don't think he had a better half season than
Anybody?
anybody had a full season.
Midfielders. he finished on a total on Fantasy Premier League. He finished on 83 points and he was only out for half a season. Top
50.
player was Salah with 265. Who's a striker.
Right? And what are you arguing continuing Salah for?
No, I'm just saying that out of all of the
He
players,
definitely he had a good half season.
The top scorers for a midfielder, 82 points, played half a season, and Salah, whose top goal scorer was 265. I know there's a big gap there, but you play a full season for a midfielder, he's at least getting double that.
He had a good half a season, but he wasn't good in the Premier League from August to December because he wasn't there.
Right, so I think Rice goes straight in.
I would agree.
Declan Rice is
Doesn't feature my team.
a fantastic player.
Do you have a like a defensive midfielder and then two? Who was your three again?
No more attacking.
It's just empty in the midfield and never attack.
Who was yours? Coutinho,
Emptier.
mine.
I played 6 up front there.
4-6. Empty the midfield. Don't worry about it.
Well, Mike can sit. He can sit.
Chelsea's attacking midfielder could sit.
De Bruyne could sit.
City's best number 10 could sit.
Any of them players.
And then we'll throw in somebody played half a season and let him sit too.
They're that good. They could do any instruction you give them. You can tell them.
They're playing for you, so they haven't given instruction. Right, well, Declan Rice goes straight in the team of the year. 100% sure.
Rice had a
best home midfielder. Well, not saying best home midfielder, but
I think he's the
top 3 with. It could have been easily Rodri or Fabinho, but I think Rice's overall impact on his team.
I think Rice had a better season than that.
Yes, is probably, Rice isn't playing with as talented as players as Rodri and Fabinho is, and he's still been.
And he doesn't have fellas. He has to clean up his own messes more than they do.
Yeah.
So
Rice definitely in.
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva has probably been the best centre midfielder in the league for the full season.
Yeah, especially up until January, February, he was unplayable.
And he was playing in that. He was playing in that left of a 2 midfield, and that's where he's kind of played at all season. So I think he definitely goes in. Yeah. And then that last space could be the reason I went for Thiago is because, especially with the team that I've chosen, he's like the wee missing, like the wee playmaker kind of keep the thing ticking over. Rice can sit, Silva can go. Thiago's passing has been like 90% and everybody's going on about Liverpool missing a creative midfielder, and I think adding him into what they have, he's kind of took their midfield to another level.
Yeah.
So could have went for De Bruyne, but something.
De Bruyne's maybe the safe option because I think he's probably the best player in the league.
I think De Bruyne, quality player, but again, part of the season he was maybe just not up to scratch. But you can't.
There was part of the season he was quieter, but I think he made up for that in other places.
Yeah, he was probably doing more of Wolves work midfield.
Yeah.
But no, tail end of the season just quality. Came through.
It's just that last.
So it's between De Bruyne.
I say I was close to putting maybe Mount in as well, so you could.
Yeah, Mount had a good season. So it's between De Bruyne, Thiago,
and Mount.
Who was your third?
Coutinho.
No, not him.
No, I had Mount, Coutinho, and De Bruyne.
Oh, De Bruyne was your third one. Okay.
I would say De Bruyne. You can't really have a Premier League team season overall without De Bruyne.
No, he has to straight in.
Yeah.
Probably no real arguments there. No.
Yeah, he's class. So front 3, starting off the right, who have we got? Right winger, right attacker.
Salah.
Yep, Salah.
Top goal scorer, easy choice.
Yep. Then
Jared Bowen, close second.
I very close second.
So he is,
Yeah.
but he's not better than Salah. So
Yeah. Left side,
Son.
Son.
yeah. And up top, I got Ronaldo.
Easy. See what we're saying.
I went for Kane.
Okay.
Close.
Do you not think-
Ronaldo close.
Yeah. I think the fact that Ronaldo, in such a bad United team, he ended up more goals than Kane. Kane had a shocker for the first half of the season.
You can't
He
have
was disappeared.
Again, I was kind of looking at that, and also the way I was building the team, like
I know he plays
Salah,
well with
Son,
Son.
Kane dropping in, Salah, Son.
Yeah.
I just think Kane is unbelievable footballer, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think his games went to another level this season of getting more involved in like the build up and stuff. Loads
Yeah.
of assists.
Once he got his
Ronaldo
head
was very close. You know, I was going to put Ronaldo in
Yeah.
age, goals, crap team, blah blah, but just Kane, like if you're picking a number 9, even the last 4 or 5 seasons, personally I can't really see past Harry Kane. But
Once Kane got his head sorted out from all of the rumours around City move and that, and that's now finished. Where we've got Haaland coming in. Like I think once he settled, he got in this groove, and he started knocking the ball in the back of the net again.
it's a tight one. Like
it's
you know,
really
you could argue both.
It's
So you
for
could-
me, Ronaldo is in there. He's one of the best players in the world. And what age is he now? 94. You know, and like he changed for a very very short period of time. He changed a lot.
Yeah.
Especially the way he went on, his professional behaviour.
Yeah.
Like
He did have his worst spell as his biggest goal drought in his career or something along those lines in the middle of the season as well. Does that play against him? I would say yes, but at the same time, Kane's also had a massive goal drought at the start of the season, and Ronaldo ended up with more goals.
if United hadn't signed Ronaldo, we're in the league with that finished. From the goals that he scored, like he scored a hat-trick against Newcastle.
He scored 3 this season at least.
Not Newcastle, but he scored a hat-trick against Spurs.
Yeah.
Did he score Newcastle?
Yeah, he's done. Yeah. Well, these two have went for him, so 2-1. So
Yeah, Ronaldo.
put him in.
Cool.
I don't think you'd argue with that.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. Like
It's
Kane-
pretty
Kane's
solid
still-
on that front 3 or 4 slash.
Yeah. So we've got 5 substitutes as well.
Yeah.
Do you want to go? Do you have do we have a substitute keeper each? No, not necessarily. Well, I'll tell you my 5. My 5 is Alisson, Rudiger, Ruben Neves, Jared Bowen, and Mane. Go ahead, Matt.
My 5 was Aaron Ramsdale, Christian Romero, Jared Bowen, Kevin De Bruyne, and Ronaldo.
Okay.
I had Kane, Rice, St. Maximum, Ericsson, and Bowen.
Okay. Well, the one player that's featured everyone's is Bowen.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
So-
Kane as well.
He goes straight in. Kane wasn't mentioned in mine, but
No, was he on your starting 11?
No. Kane, Ronaldo was in my starting 11.
Oh.
Bowen goes in. If you're talking about, I had Mane instead of Kane in that position, and then you had Ronaldo, who's in the team. So we talked about Kane there. I would happily put Kane in as a sub. If you're happy with that,
Yep.
happy Matt, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Then I had Alisson as a substitute keeper. You had
And
Ramsdale,
Ramsdale.
and
I
you didn't have one.
I didn't have one now.
Or we put
Sure, if you're keeping games, you may put Ronaldo in there.
Rice can do nets.
So, you go.
He's on the bench. Good keeper.
So it's a toss up between Ramsdale and Alisson.
yeah. It's like we talked about it earlier. Put Ederson in the team. It's flip. the
Yeah,
coin.
well, I think
would
the
say
two-
Alisson is the better keeper.
Yeah, well,
but-
Alisson's better than Ramsdale, isn't he? So,
Yeah.
and he's had a better season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you're keeping Ederson in for they won the league, it has to be Alisson.
Yeah, Alisson, yeah.
yeah.
It has to be Alisson.
2 more positions to fill. I have my other 2 is defender. I have Rudiger, and midfielder Ruben Neves.
Yeah, I agree with Neves.
I think Neves had a really good, really solid
Yeah.
season, and now after the season, there's a lot of teams sniffing about him.
Yeah. I would
Because
say
he's had such a
for
good season.
Eriksen.
Oh yeah, once again he played half a season.
Yeah.
To be fair, he played.
Gregor's doing half season team of the year.
His season only starts in
They
January.
put who do you call about Liverpool saying you put Diaz in anywhere? No,
No. It's
half season.
To be
team of
fair,
the
he
year.
had a brilliant half
Could
season.
stick him in.
He had a
Anybody
brilliant
else
half
signed in
season.
January made the cut.
okay.
Well,
Well,
Ragnick's-
let's
Ragnick's
Eriksen
his
side.
manager
Then. Eriksen side. Fair enough.
He had.
We'll do a video next week. PSA half team of the season. You're only allowed to play 6 months of the year.
First or
There's
second.
probably everybody in that played the full season. in that video. Let me.
I just like throwing curveballs in, you know.
Let me.
See that they are
Curveballs.
curveballs.
Curveballs, alright.
So we are.
I need a defensive signing. A
Yeah.
defensive bench.
I'll go Rudiger.
I had Rudiger. You had who?
I had
Just
Romero for Spurs.
Yeah.
Rudiger. I was going to put him in, but I think Romero's been like a constant throughout
Yeah.
Spurs. But Rudiger is a top player. Like there's no denying that he's a brilliant player.
Yeah.
Seems to
So
be.
any
Would
way
be a massive miss for Chelsea next season, in my opinion.
Any way of putting Harry Maguire in.
when he goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, go Rudiger. Yeah.
Rudiger.
Yeah.
And final one is your midfielder. I have Ruben Neves. You have who?
I had Kevin De
You
Bruyne,
had De Bruyne, who's already in the main
Thiago.
starting team. Thiago. So it's Neves, Thiago, or
Well, I can't really say any other because my
Okay.
two Rice and Eriksen was tossed out. So
Rice is in the starting
Rice is in
team.
the starting team.
Eriksen was tossed out. I said I had Rice
So
and Eriksen.
who did you have in your starting 11 that we didn't have in your midfield? That we didn't pick. Oh, done that. I was Coutinho. Don't
Could have been anybody.
Did Mike feature? Did Mike get in?
Mine didn't
Mike's
feature
playing centre back.
for the reserves. Well, so then you can chat. You can pick between Mount, Thiago, and Ruben Neves.
It's enough of players in. I think we'll go Mount. No, Neves. I remember saying Neves. I decided on Neves.
Aye, well,
That's a close call.
Aye, I mean, Neves or
Yeah,
yeah.
Neves. Perfect. Okay, now we've got the starting 11 and your bench sorted. Who is the team's manager?
My manager was only half a season.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
Who's your manager?
Very high.
Okay.
Oh, it's a bit more than half. a
He's
season.
more than half a season.
More than half.
To be fair, it's my manager too.
I will then. Half. 3/4 of the season. That's next week. That's the week after.
Yeah, well, my manager's played a full season. I had Thomas Frank.
Yeah.
It's between one of the two. I think,
Yeah,
like,
pretty good choice.
Klopp and Guardiola are obviously the two best managers in the league. But I think for manager of the season, if we're doing that,
Yeah. Well,
it's higher Frank.
Klopp and Guardiola had their squad settled, and they knew a vision, and they have a certain way of playing, and they stick to that, and they get players in around that. But anyhow, come into a team where that Newcastle side were pretty much facing down the barrel of relegation, and everybody thought they're going to go
5
down.
points.
Yeah.
Finished 49.
Yeah.
He did something that no one's ever done.
And he
no
brought-
one's ever come back from that before.
In January, he brought in he brought in Wilson, did he?
No, he brought in Trippier and Dan Burn. And
Yeah, he brought
there
in
was no real like.
Bruno Guimaraes.
There was no real big,
Marquis
massive sign. I know Kieran Trippier was, but he wasn't like what you would have thought they would have went for.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I just think I know the manager. Like if you're giving the award out for manager of the season, it's the manager that wins the league. But for something like this, like Eddie Howe has done like a flipping
brilliant job.
unbelievable
Yeah.
job. He was just wrote off by everybody before he even got
Yeah.
a chance.
Yeah.
And
He did get 5 players in January.
But
But at the same time, they were all his signings.
with
so
the
they were good
finances
manager
available
signings.
now in Newcastle, he didn't go out and spend 200 million in Mbappe, another 200 million in freaking
whoever,
whoever,
yeah.
you know, big money signings. He went out and bought players that suited the way he wanted to play.
Yeah.
And he's brought that mythology in with him that he had from Bournemouth.
He's definitely done excellent, really, really well. I think Frank's done really well on even more of a shoestring budget. He's the only signing I can think of really he brought in was Christian Eriksen, and he had Ivan Toney, who everyone expected to be better than he actually was.
Yeah, he's quite quiet.
He was quieter than everyone expected, so I think he did really well under tougher circumstances. But there's no denying that Eddie Howe did an unbelievable job in Newcastle. So it's a
And if you flip the two around, do you think Eddie Howe would have kept Brentford up, and do you think Thomas Frank would have had the same impact in Newcastle that Eddie Howe had?
I think Thomas Frank would have done as well. I do. And Eddie Howe, it's hard to tell. Like he was with Bournemouth and they struggled for a few years, but he did keep them up for a few years until eventually they tanked. But
then is it a case of Eddie coming in to Newcastle steadying the ship? Because once you lose your dressing room and lose the fans, as Bruce did, is that not maybe when you settle the ship a bit or stabilise things in the dressing room, players start to play for you and you get results out of that? But then again, they did bring in top quality players that suited the Premier League.
Yeah. But then part of the manager's job is signing players, so you can't hold it against him that he's signing good players.
Flip would put that for him that his signings paid off.
Yeah.
He spent very, very wisely, and I think they will continue to do that. I don't think they're going to go out and spend hundreds of millions, and
no,
I think he's going to build a proper team.
Yeah.
Don't think they're going to go and
depends on him, because like again, you can go back to the finances thing, and like Newcastle could turn around in 2 seasons time and go, right, we want to bring in Mourinho or that type of.
I do think he'll be a stepping stone for somebody else, but I think he'll be given a couple of seasons. Like,
at least give him a chance to prove what he's worth.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy enough to put Eddie Howe in.
You put Thomas Frank.
No, but like, I'm happy enough to. He only did 3/4 of the season. I guess play as manager of the season, but like I'll put him in.
That's Gregory's rules. So
is
he going in your starting 11 or is he just manager?
He's still fit enough to play.
But no, my pick is obviously Thomas Frank. But if Eddie Howe is the overall decision, I'm happy with that.
To be honest, I couldn't call it between those two.
Yeah, it was a toss up between the two. Yeah.
So Brentford coming out and finishing as high as they did.
Well, say majority wins and go for Eddie Howe. Okay. So the team is Declan Rice in nets, Ederson in nets, Cancelo, Diaz, Matip and Trent, Rice, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, Salah, Ronaldo and Son.
Sure, Ronaldo only played half the season. How's he in? Featured the first 3 games.
He didn't play 38 games, but then we have Alisson, Rudiger, Neves, Jared Bowen, Harry Kane, and Eddie Howe is the manager. I think that's a pretty bang team, yeah. That's a pretty good team. So yeah, that's our team of the season. What do you think? Leave a comment below. Should Declan Rice play nets? Is Coutinho the best player in the league this year?
Would you play Trent? Left back.
Please don't unsubscribe.
Thanks very much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, drop us a like, and check out next week's video.
If he's a left back, he can whip balls into the back post.
Good whipped cream.
Telling you, he whip balls into the back post and he was scared of the life out of the goalkeeper.